Today I'm at the Tillamook Air Musem, also known as Hangar B, the world's largest clear-span wooden structure, and during World War II was a Navy blimp hangar used to patrol the coast for Japanese submarines. Hangar B was constructed by the U.S. Navy in 1942 during World War II and was located on Naval Air Station Tillamook. The hangar is 1,072 feet long, 296 feet wide, 192 feet tall, and covers over 7 acres of area. Each door is 120 feet tall and weighs 27 tons. Originally, there were 2 hangars built on this site. Hangar B is the only one that survived in this area, as Hangar A was destroyed by fire in 1992. The hangar is now a museum which features the Aerospace Line's Mini Guppy, Grumman F-14 Tomcat, Douglas A-26C Invader, as well as an A-4B Skyhawk. Naval Air Station Tillamook was commissioned in 1942 and decommissioned in 1948. Its main purpose was to house blimps, and the base of operations for Squadron ZP-33 with a complement of 8 KShip blimps. Due to rationing during World War II, the hangars were built entirely of wood, and Hangar B is one of the world's largest wooden structures. Compressed steel cylinders were shipped from the United States National Helium Reserve at Cliffside Storage Facility outside of Amarillo, Texas, all the way to Tillamook, Oregon, and around the country. The high-pressure storage tanks contained helium for the blimps. The helium was shipped from Texas by rail and unloaded into earth-covered tanks, from which it was dispensed to the hangars through underground pipes that run underneath the wooden flooring in the helium room. Helium was moved in and out of the K-class ships using pipes which ran the length of the hangar on both sides. At the 25-foot level, large flexible hoses could be used to connect the ships to the manifold. You can still see these pipes and their connection points within the hangar. The pipes connecting them to the helium room under the wooden hatches are visible. Each hangar contained a gigantic Horton sphere, which held contaminated helium. It was 60 feet in diameter and was positioned in the vacant lot just outside of the helium room. The Horton Sphere, named after Horace Ebenezer Horton, the founder of a bridge building company who branched off into constructing large liquid storage spheres. The spheres were used at naval air stations such as NAS Tillamook during World War II in order to hold impure helium, or helium that had become contaminated over time. K-class blimps were a class of non-rigid airship built by Goodyear during World War II. In total, during World War II, 134 K-class blimps were built and configured for patrol and anti-submarine warfare operations, used extensively in the Navy's anti-submarine efforts in the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. These airships were 252 feet long, 80 feet in diameter, and filled with 425,000 cubic feet of helium. They had a range of 2,000 miles and an ability to stay aloft for 3 days, making them suitable for coastal patrol and convoy escort. Tillamook Air Station had 8 K-class blimps. The KShips here were used for anti-submarine warfare in the Pacific Ocean. The blimps were equipped with ASG radar that had a detection range of 90 miles, as well as sonobuoys and magnetic anomaly detection equipment. The KShips carried 4 350-pound depth bombs, 2 in a bomb bay and 2 externally, and were equipped with a machine gun in the forward part of the control car. An aircrew of 10 normally operated each ship, consisting of 1 command pilot, 2 co-pilots, a navigator, airship rigger, ordnanceman, 2 mechanics, and 2 radiomen. The ability for the K-ships to hover and operate at low altitudes and slow speeds resulted in detection of numerous enemy submarines, as well as assisting in search and rescue missions. The K-ships had an endurance capability of over 24 hours, which was an important factor in the employment of anti-submarine warfare tactics. During the war, only 1 K-ship, K-74, was lost to enemy action when it was shot down by U-134 in the Straits of Florida, July 18, 1943. The crew was picked up 8 hours later except for 1 man who was attacked by a shark and drowned just before being rescued. Several K-class blimps were utilized for nuclear weapon effects tests in the Nevada test site during Operation Plum Bob in 1957. 4 were destroyed in Project 5.2. The tests were used to determine the response characteristics of this type of airship when subject to nuclear detonation in order to establish criteria for safe escape distances after airship delivery of anti-submarine warfare special weapons. The Navy was trying to determine whether the airship could be among the aircraft to deliver its planned nuclear depth charge. After Japan surrendered in September of 1945, the Japanese submarine threat was eliminated. Naval Air Station Tillamook was taken out of operational status. Unfortunately, the historic hangar faces an insecure future as a result of costly repairs. I'd like to thank the Tillamook Air Museum. If you have any interest in military history or military aviation history, or aviation in general, it's definitely worth a trip. Thanks for watching, and as always, until next time, get lost.